Happy Friday. Welcome to Vibrate Higher 1111, where we raise our vibration together. The intention of this reading is to connect us better with the masculine energy and help us better understand them and what they're currently going through. This is a collective reading. If something doesn't resonate, please do not accept. I will be doing a 5-card spread paired with intuitive channeled messages. Let's begin. Inhale deeply. And as you release all things that could prevent you from connecting to the messages available for you today. Let's close our eyes, connect to Source, and we ask and intend that we connect deeply to our divine masculines and receive all the messages that are here for us. Great. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. The weather is really beautiful over here. We have 85-degree weather, and I'm very much enjoying it. I am very Caribbean and love anything that has to do with the sun and the sea. So as we begin to shuffle one more time, we ask Source, what are the energies currently for our divine masculines this weekend? What are the energies currently for our divine masculines this weekend? We have the Three of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. Judgment, and the Eight of Swords. Just checking to make sure I didn't flip any. Nope, I didn't. Then we're going to shuffle this really quickly. I usually shuffle these off camera. I'll give it one quick one. What card is attached to this message? I'm going to pick one. This one? No, I'm going to go for this one. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, Judgment, Eight of Swords, and a new romantic cycle begins. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check to make sure that these are balanced and you guys are able to see them a bit more. Okay, looks good. All right, Three of Cups. And in the card it says celebration and community. And so our divine masculines are currently in a space where they are within the community. My attention is drawn to this small child on a bench, just completely downcast. Then as we transition over to the Queen of Swords, it seems so mechanical, but what else? We have a clock here and a clock there, and I hear times a ticking. And then the position in which this Queen of Swords is tells me that there's deep surrender. There's something happening deep within. And it's all as if it's in clockwork. Then we move on to the King of Swords. And it says quick wit and intellect. And so, again, this is a very solitary picture. We see several emotions through each of these cards. And he's standing in a balcony overseeing a city. And the thought of construction, which I kind of see this here, and I thought construction happening. Hands are in pockets. For me, when someone is in that stance and has their hands in a pocket, that just means I'm closed off. I'm not really open and receptive to anything going on. And then we move into the Judgment. Judgment typically stands for, in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, you see just the trumpets playing and the souls raising. And so it's kind of one of those moments where you're being called to something greater. And then we have Eight of Swords, which indicates self-imposing thoughts, overthinking, being your own worst enemy, followed by a new romantic cycle begins. And the colors are purple. Purple represents royalty, and then in the middle, there's a scale that's balanced. And so what I see is that the new moon means that there's a clear slate, right? Typically during new moons, we manifest what we want to happen for the month. Anywho, we'll tie this all in. You guys ready? So here I am. I'm in the middle of a lot of people, and they're just enjoying themselves. But I'm hurting. Inside, I'm hurting, and my inner child is really going through it. I feel this deep feeling, this deep emotion of there's so much more going on and time's running out. And although I appear sharp and assertive, the mechanicals divinely are pushing me towards a different direction. I do feel alone. And I can see how I'm being deconstructed, and I'm not sure where this is going. And so I'm feeling both from a very deep emotion, Queen, and a very intellectual emotion, King. All of my thoughts. More so, I'm on the road and there's only one path. And this path is scary to me. And again, I feel like time's moving backwards and forwards and all over the place. All of these emotions have me questioning my whole existence. And I know that although this is for my greater good, I currently feel like there's no way out. I wish I had a blank slate where I can just start a new cycle without all of this baggage. I wish everything would even out. I wish I could just wish for something new. So I just want to point out, as I channeled that message, these are counterparts, the balancing of energies. And I think it's funny that this one, the King of Swords, is not funny, but that's how I talk. The King of Swords falls right underneath a new romantic cycle begins. It's his desire to stop this and his feminine sides as he's working with his feminine side has him feeling in his head, which is indicative of a female. How many of us haven't gone through that cycle together? So let's think about when we first started the stage and imagine now the masculines feeling what the feminines feel. And so when we're in our thoughts and emotions, we're in our heads. We're thinking about time's running out. We're thinking about, is he even thinking about me? Is he even my twin flame? All in our heads. So try to think about that and be considerate of the fact that he is probably going through it rough. And some of you are like, you know what, Christina? When I was going through it, he wasn't there. But you've transitioned from that. And so I call you to have empathy. I'm not telling you to hold his hand through it, but I am calling you to have empathy and hold him in a sacred space so that he can continue to grow. That doesn't mean that you're his doormat. So I'm going to pull a card for our feminines. You guys got the Lovers. And it says Twin Flame Connection. And so a choice has been made. And I truly feel that this choice is to embrace all of yourself, to continue to make choices that are healthy for yourself. Whereas before you were in your head, now I feel as if I know I'm just a choice away from continuing to improve my life. So what I hear is, and I'll give you an example, I've been an overthinker throughout my whole life. And as I continue down this journey, which is why I'm so grateful, I have been able to move away from that. And today I had a moment where I was thinking about something and I'm like, what are you thinking? Your thoughts are not you. And so I just want to point out that your thoughts, your words attract energy. And so what I think this card is pointing us to is be careful on how you express yourself. Watch yourself. It's literally one of the most difficult things to transcend. But when you start watching your thoughts and you start watching what you say, you begin to attract such a different vibe. And so, feminines are being called to watch what we think, make choices that are healthier, whether it's physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, because it's of great benefit and of the highest good for ourselves. So, with that said, thank you again for joining me. I'll see you guys on Monday. It's been such a pleasure to connect again with you guys. Bye bye.